Hey everybody, I'm Michael Hoyp. I'm here to talk about the MUD deck that's in front of me that I will be playing today. I want to talk about the mana in this deck. If you notice, this deck is all colorless. There aren't any colors, so the lands all just make colorless mana. And the important ones are Ancient Tomb and City of Traitors are really important because they add 2 mana from one land. And that mana acceleration can really help you power out some of your spells a turn quicker, which can really make a difference with this deck. Mishra's Factory is a nice land that turns into a creature. It can play defense and also can play offense really well. Rishadan Port is a good prison element that you can tap down your opponent's land, which works well with cards like Sphere Resistance, sometimes Tangle Wire, but especially Winter Orb, that you can prevent them from playing their spells. So a good prison element with Rishadan Port. And then Wasteland is a nice mana denial that can disrupt your opponent. So the Black Vise is a card that sometimes you don't really need it to win the game, because if you have things locked down, it doesn't really matter how you win. But this deck this card on its own can be really good against the control decks. Mind Stone is the smallest of the mana rocks in this deck, so it taps for mana, but it also can cycle for a card. We'll look at the other mana producers. Metalworker is a 3 mana 1/2 that can make a bunch of mana. If you're revealing a bunch of artifacts from your hand, it can be really powerful. So if you get to untap with Metalworker early in the game, you're likely going to have an explosive draw. And then Thran Dynamo is nice because, well, it costs 4 mana to play, it adds 3 mana. So if you're under a card like Tangle Wire or Sphere Resistance or even Winter Orb, Thran Dynamo will help you still cast your spells. Powder Keg is a nice catch-all against creature decks that go really wide. If they have a lower converted mana cost, you can kind of reset the board. It also can answer problematic permanents if you have the time to tick it up. Sphere Resistance makes all spells cost more, so it's really powerful. You're able to resolve this on turn 1 with one of these lands, and then can just really disrupt your opponent. You sometimes can just play a bunch of your cards and then have a Sphere Resistance kind of lock out the game. Winter Orb is one of the key lock pieces. Just if they're only untapping one land, and if you're able to untap Rishadan Port and like a Mind Stone, you can keep a land tap every turn, and really powerful in this deck. I mentioned the Metalworker. Tangle Wire is a 3 mana play that can really slow down your opponent, especially if you play it like on turn 2 off of one of these lands. Your opponent's probably not going to be casting many spells when you're still likely to be able to develop. Masticore is a really powerful threat, and if you have excess mana, you can really shoot some stuff down. It has a nice built-in protection. It's kind of costly to keep around, especially because this deck doesn't have card advantage, but really powerful threat, and often how you win a lot of games. Smokestack isn't played in every MUD deck, but in this one is just if you have things on lockdown, you can tick it up to 1 or 2, and then make your opponent sacrifice all their permanents. I talked about Thran Dynamo as a mana rock. Karn is really just another threat. His ability can animate artifacts and can win a game quicker, but it's really just another threat. And then Mishra's Helix is a really nice. If you can resolve this, you're likely just going to keep your opponent from casting spells more. So if you have the board at parity, or if you're ahead and resolve this, you're likely to win. Just keeping down their lands tapped during their upkeep is really powerful. Going over the sideboard, there's Torment's Crypt against artifact or graveyard decks. The defense grid comes in against decks with counter spells. Bottle Gnomes against usually the burn red decks. Maybe the 3 life can buy you an extra turn or 2. Ensnaring Bridge comes against creatures, especially if they can't remove it, and could buy you a lot of time if this stays in play. An extra copy of Masticore when it's good, and then Crumbling Sanctuary is another card similar to Ensnaring Bridge against the aggressive decks that can buy you time. So that's the basis of the deck. Let's jump on into our match and see how it performs. Alright, so let's get things started. I am on the playing against Leicester. I cannot keep this hand with only 1 land that makes 1 mana. So we'll mulligan. This hand seems a lot better. Need to put 1 card on the bottom. So my first few plays, I've decided if I want to play City of Traitors right away and Sphere Resistance. Probably not, because I wouldn't be able to play out the Metalworker. So if I'm going to lead with Wasteland, is Black Vise worth keeping? I either want to put Black Vise or Masticore on the bottom. I think I'm going to put the Black Well, okay, so I could keep a hand because if I have like Sphere and Tangle Wire, Black Vise might deal some damage. I guess I'm gonna put the Masticore on the bottom. I want to take a quick moment to thank DojoTradeBots for making this video possible. You can check them out online for your Magic Online needs, and then they also have a storefront on TCG Player, Dojo Trade Paper Outlet. So check them out if you want to support what I'm doing and support them as well. All right, let's kick things off. I'm going to lead with this Wasteland and the Black Vise. I guess there's a potential that I could keep it in my hand for Metalworker, but then also having it in play for something like Tangle Wire is good too. All right, Lester starts with a forest and a Mox Diamond. Okay, discards a Treetop Village and a River Boa. Okay, so he's starting things off with a little bit of pressure. So I think I'm just going to play Metalworker so that I can have access to a bunch of mana. And hopefully this guy stays in play, and then I can play like a Masticore and a Sphere Resistance next turn. Or maybe just I want to, if he taps out in some way, maybe I want to use the Masticore to shoot down the River Boa. Swords of Plowshares, okay. Well. And a Curse Scroll. Okay, so I could play the Masticore, but I'm going to lose my City of Traitors. He only has 2 cards in his hand. If I'm Tangle Wiring, he's tapping 4. So he's probably just tapping his lands. He'd even get a shot to use... Oh no, he wouldn't use Curse Scroll because then he'd tap his River Boa. So I think I'm going to go with the Masticore and try and pressure him. I guess it is a little bit risky, but he already has used a removal spell. So hopefully this either prevents him from attacking, or I can kind of just race him. I'm trying to think what I want to discard. So if here... Yeah, I mean, like if he just had a land... Yeah, I can't block. I was thinking about maybe I could take the risk, but yeah, if he just like regenerated, played a land, then he'd have a 50-50 shot at killing my Masticore with no real cost to him. Okay, so now I need to decide whether I want to discard the Tangle Wire or the Sphere Resistance. I think I'm going to discard the Sphere Resistance, even though that one I can play, but it's going to hurt me, I think, more than him at this point, since I only have 2 mana. Okay, do another Tangle Wire. Alright, I will attack with Masticore. Can't attack with a Mistress Factory. I don't want to take even the 1 in 3 chance of it just dying to a Curse Scroll. Okay, so I'll leave Regeneration mana up. I do also have the option of paying 2 mana to prevent the River Boa from dealing me damage. Okay, so I think if he is leaving it up at end of turn, I would use it. If he was attacking, then maybe I wouldn't. I probably still should. So... I mean, there aren't any... I can't think of really that many removal spells. I guess if he had like a Seal Cleansing or a Naturalizer or Disenchant, but... I am going to use this to basically prevent 2 damage. And make him use a mana. I guess keeping that Tangle Wire kind of awkward because I'm never really drawing a land that I can also play the Tangle Wire. Alright, I'll attack here. Oh, I probably should attack. I could have attacked with the Mishra's Factory, but then he just leaves the River Boa up next turn and I have to spend it. Maybe. Alright. And do I want to play Sphere of Resistance? I guess I do. Well, I'm not, because I think he's more likely to have something like Duress. So because if I played out the Sphere of Resistance and then got Duressed, then I would lose my Tangle Wire and then lose my Masticore. Okay, he's got a Mox Diamond. Okay. This card's a Brushland. So he's going to use this. Yeah, I'm still going to shoot this at end of turn. Oh, he let it die. I don't know if that was a mistake. If he intended doing that? I will discard this Tangle Wire now that I realize that it's going to be pretty hard. Alright, I'll just keep drawing those then. So, just going to attack with the Masticore. Simian Grunts. Okay. I'm guessing he's just blocking. This is just like gain 4 life. Looks like it, okay. I mean, I guess it gets that card out of his hand too. Ooh, Funeral Charm. If I would have regenerated, would it have prevented the damage? Or is it only, I think it's only lethal damage, so I don't think I could have done anything there. I mean, I'm going to try regenerating. I don't think this works, but I can just double check. I don't actually know. I think it still dies, but I could be wrong. Oh no, it lives. Okay. I guess yes, it's suffering lethal damage because the damage on the toughness, so yeah, still should be okay. I guess that makes sense. Is Gerard's verdict. Oh. Alright, well that'll get my Masticore. I'll get one attack with my land. Since he doesn't have 3 mana up. Alright, well, I might have a hard time dealing these last 6 points of damage. Let's see how things go. So he's still got more mana. So his Curse Scroll's online. I have a Metalworker. But that's not very good with Curse Scroll active. Oh, he's playing a Simian Grunts, okay. Alright, so I have some amount of time, but I think I'm actually losing right now. I guess he can't really attack here, yeah. A Masticore. I guess if I draw an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traitors, that's a good one. Alright, well we got a little bit of time I think, so... Okay. Got one card in hand, remember, always for the Curse Scroll. I guess also it's somewhat relevant with Black Vise as well. Can't play a Thran Dynamo. I would like to draw a City of Traitors in soon. I'm taking 5 a turn. Okay, so... Yep. I mean, he doesn't have much going on, so... Even if I play the Masticore, he's still going to be able to attack. I think I'm in definite trouble. Yeah, I mean, like, chump blocking doesn't seem very good. I wouldn't even get... I guess I will block, but... I don't really see what that does. I guess I could have... Yeah, I don't know. Ancient Tomb can put a Metalworker into play. We know of his swords. I'm still gonna do it, I guess. I guess this gets swords, and then I gain a life. Because he has Curse Scroll, and then attack, and use Curse Scroll. Oh, now I'm dead. Okay. Okay, we're here for game 2. I am on the play. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. I have to decide how I'm going to sequence it. I think because he has... Well, it's kind of awkward because he has Mox Diamonds. I guess I could go turn 1 Black Vise, turn 2 Tangle Wire, or Black Vise Sphere. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, it's a little bit awkward if he does have a Mox because he might get out to a quick start, but I think I have enough going on that I can play through that. The Tangle Wire really helps. Lester is mulligan to 6. He's trying to play around my Black Vices. He knows too much. Okay, he keeps 6 cards, and I'll start with Black Vise. All right. You're gonna lead with a duress? Looks like it, okay. I mean, I still have pretty strong hand, even if you take out one of these pieces, so... So I could play Powder Keg. I could just play Tangle Wire. The thing is, like, if it's almost better to have Tangle Wire a turn later. Maybe not. I'll play the Tangle Wire. Then next turn this will be down to 3. I'll tap Tangle Wire, Black Vise, and Rishadan Port. Okay. Okay, so he's getting rid of my port. Now I don't have a choice. We'll fade first. And then tap our permanents. Okay. And then I'll pass a turn. Right, well, at least we're chipping away a little bit at his life total. And if he's not able to play anything, then I guess Mox Diamond is real awkward ever against this Black Vise, but I guess the Powder Keg will really help against that. Oh, another Wasteland. Interesting. Oh, he's gonna let me untap. Okay. Okay. I will fade. I mean, maybe he's letting me. Oh, he is. Okay, so I can play Powder Keg or I can play Black Vise. I don't want to play Powder Keg so I can just get it out there before he uses the Wasteland. I'm gonna play Powder Keg. The question is do I want to keep it at 0 or if I'm looking to tick it up? I think I'm going to keep it at 0 for a while. And I can always like tick it up to, I mean, it's awkward if I had to put it at 1 for something like a curse scroll. But I can always tick it up later. Okay, he has another land. Alright, this goes down to 1. I will not put a counter on here yet. I guess I was going to play the other Powder Keg, then maybe I should have. Ooh, that's good. I needed 1 more mana for Mishra's Helix. I guess that's not that good. I think I'm just going to play the Black Vise, and I will tick up this Powder Keg on the next turn, and then, because I always have the option to play the other one and use it for 0. Okay. But I need another threat. Or another land that I can go Mishra's Factory, lose my City of Traitors, and then okay, he's gonna duress. Guessing you take the Helix? I mean, maybe he takes the Powder Keg. I guess if he takes the Powder Keg, then what do I want to leave my other one at? Yeah, well, I have the other Powder Keg, so I guess I will tick this one up then. Okay. More Powder Kegs. Okay. This Wasteland's kind of annoying. He's got 4 cards in hand, so I'm not dealing any damage. It might be a while before I'm casting any bigger spells. Guard's Verdict. Oh, I think I can discard a Powder Keg. And then guess the Mishra's Factory. Well, I'm trying to think what I want to draw. If I draw something like Masticore, then at least I could play the other city. I mean, I'm gonna keep this city. It is kind of close because I mean, maybe there's a point where if you ever use this as Wasteland, then I just use the factory and Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this one I'll keep at 0. Artifact and creature, yeah, it would hit the activated treetop. And this one I'll pick up. Okay, so this one is the one with the counter. Okay, so we do want to put a counter on this one. This one we'll keep at 0. And Winter Orb. Well, that's nice. That's a good draw. I like that one. That might make our Black Vises a lot better. Okay. Well, now things get interesting. Alright. Well, Simian Grunts is not very good against Winter Orb. I can tell you that much. For Hunted Wumpus. Well, I guess my Powder Keg might be going up to 4. Don't have a creature to put in. This poor Hunted Wumpus. Oh. He's gonna get some explosives hopefully in a few turns. So I do want to put a counter in this. I guess I still want to keep this at 0. I guess the worry is like maybe he blows it up next turn, but without any mana, I don't think he's going to. So I'll keep this one at 0 in case he has something like a Mox Diamond. I can tie up his mana. So stay. Ancient Tomb. Okay. Well, yep. I don't see any reason to play this Ancient Tomb right now. Okay, he's got 3 cards in hand. He'll hit me for 6. Got another land. Kind of annoying because I just want him to keep cards in his hand. Okay, so this is the one with the counters. I want to say yes to this. And this one, no. A port. Yeah, I think that's good for me to play. He does have Wasteland though. So if I use port right now, tap his Llanowar Wastes, he just untaps Wasteland, gets rid of my port. Am I afraid of him playing anything at 3 mana? I guess I can wait 1 turn, because if I draw like a Masticore, then I could play it next turn. So I'll wait 1 turn at least. Okay. Okay. Alright, say goodbye to the Wumpus. Poor Wumpus. He did nothing wrong. But it's time to say goodbye. Alright, so he's certainly not going to be able to deal a lot of damage to me quickly. Gerard's Verdict? I don't... Yeah. So I want to... I want to keep the port, so as much as it is painful to discard those other lands. Okay, I'm going to still keep this at 0. Mishra's Factory. So I guess I'm gonna play the factory. So maybe, well, so if I play the factory, my city dies. I think the best thing that to happen would be he would untap Wasteland and Wasteland my factory. So I don't know why he would. I mean, I guess he could do it right away. There's incentive for him to do that. Because I want my port to live, but I don't really want my City of Traitors to die for nothing. Would there be any 3-drops? I mean, Metalworker and Tangle Wire. I guess that's enough reason. Yeah, I'll keep it untapped because it'd be really awkward if I drew Metalworker or Tangle Wire, which are, well, I mean, Metalworker is not that great in this spot, but Tangle Wire is pretty good. Actually, it's very good, and it'd be pretty awkward if I played the factory and then I drew one of those. I guess the big worry is like something like another Hunted Wumpus coming down. But I still like the idea of keeping the Powder Keg at 0. Okay, he untapped the Wasteland. Okay, so he's wasting a city, alright. I think that's good. That's good that he used one of those. So now I can, well, would have been able to play the Metalworker, but here's a Mishra's factory. But I'm kind of happy with him just tapping a permanent because it means I'm less likely to get Hunted Wumpus. So it'll be interesting to see if he uses the Wasteland again right away. River Boa. Okay. It's for my land. Okay. Well, he'd still be able to regenerate through this. So I just need to find. I'm still gonna keep this at 0. And hope to draw a spot where I can just handle the River Boa in a natural way. It's not a super fast clock, but I think Mox Diamond is just more of a problem than, like, the likelihood of him being tapped out when this is at 2 doesn't seem that high. Thran Dynamo, okay. I would like an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traitors. Let's see. He's got 4 cards in hand. Nice that he's not playing anything, I guess. I guess even just drawing a land also helps because then I'm at least able to use my port every other turn. Another Winter Orb, okay. Kind of running out of time here. Okay, so, well, he even has the option of attacking the Treetop Village once, getting in for 5. I guess I would use the Powder Keg there. Okay, the snake comes in. I'm falling to 8. All right, well, Without lands, I can't do that much. Okay. Mox Diamond, alright. Just to get it out of his hand. And another one, alright. I guess now, if I tick it up, might buy me a turn. I guess I'm going to. Okay. Well, I'd like a... I mean, even if I have a City of Traitors, he's got to have like a Source of Plowshares, I would imagine. Okay. So he might attack with Treetop Village. He's got a Mox Diamond now. Okay. And yeah, I guess if I don't draw a land, well, I guess I'm at 4, so I would get another turn. Okay, so put a counter on here. Another Thran Dynamo, okay. I wonder if he played a Hunted Wumpus, and then I drew Masticore or Karn, Simian Grunts. It might just be. I guess I'm not dead. I go to 1. Okay. Okay, so let's blow up the keg. Regenerate, I'll go to 1. But with my Winter Orb gone, even if I drew like a City of Traitors, my Tangle Wire doesn't do enough. Smokestack. Alright, well I died. Let's move on to the sideboard and see if we can get anything done there. Alright, so let's take a look at our sideboard. Masticore is reasonable. I don't even know how good Ensnaring Bridge is. I mean, his creatures aren't huge. I guess Hunted Wumpus is big. I just have to imagine he has a bunch of naturalize effects in the sideboard. Is there anything that I don't like in the main deck? I think I do want another Masticore. It just lines up pretty well against cards like Treetop Village and River Boa and Simian Grunts. So I mean, maybe I can cut a Smokestack. I don't know if I want like a card like Crumbling Sanctuary or Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge doesn't seem like good. He doesn't have like that many creatures, and he probably has ways to remove it. And he has Curse Scroll. But I don't really like Crumbling Sanctuary that much. I guess it's kind of hard for him to deal a lot of damage. I mean, he also might have something like Null Rod. That might be a reason to bring in or keep in my smokestacks. I could cut like a Black Vise too. Because I'll cut a Black Vise as well. So I'm bringing that smokestack. I guess so. The reasoning is like the Black Vise on turn 1 isn't that important because he's with card like Mox Diamond, he can get under it. All right, so we're back for game 3. I was saying that the reason I took out a Black Vise is I don't really need it in the early game. It's not like against a control deck where it can just win a game on its own. So. Well, this hand can produce a smokestack quickly. It also has Winter Orb. I'm going to keep this. I guess I just lead off with Ancient Tomb and Powder Keg, and then that kind of can prevent like a Mox Diamond draw. I guess this hand is like pretty bad against a Duress. I am going to keep it though. It also, at least it does have a little bit of insurance against Wasteland. So that's another benefit of it. But I don't have a ton of action, so. So we'll see what Lester's going to try and do. He does have a Wasteland. He's going to use it right away. Okay. I'm going to keep this Powder Keg at 0, as I did for a lot of the last game. I think keeping him off Mox Diamond is pretty important. Alright, I am going to play a port. Since it's one land, I can keep a play. I could play City and then tap down a land and then play Helix. Or I could also play Smokestack. Okay, he's got another Wasteland. So at least I have a number of lands to play. Kind of want, like, maybe I want to wait. So here I have to make a decision whether I want to play the City of Traitors right now or wait until I draw like a land. So if I wait to draw a land, then I can play the land, and then I can play Metalworker and keep my City of Traitors in play and then get a 5th land. Or here I could play City of Traitors and get 4 mana. Guarantee that I could play Metalworker next turn, but I'd lose a City of Traitors. I think I can wait. I am gonna wait. I do want to get cards like Mishra's Helix in play, and I don't want to lose the City of Traitors or nothing. Well, not for nothing, but I think maybe I can get more activations out of it. Okay. Thran Dynamo. Well, that one actually gives me an incentive to play the city. I like that a lot more. Because if I play a city, I'm going to do that. So I am going to play this Winter Orb just to use my mana. Alright, what's he going to play here? Guards Verdict, River Boa, Disenchant, Steel Cleansing. Alright, that one's awkward. Okay. Alright, Ancient Tomb is good, because I can play Thran Dynamo and Metalworker, and then I'll have another land. Here. So both Thran Dynamo and Metalworker kind of do similar thing, but he probably would take out the Thran Dynamo because Source of Plowshares could take out the Metalworker. That would be my guess. Oh, he's untapping black mana. Okay. I think if he duresses me, I want to play Smokestack. Probably. Okay, he's using the Seal Cleansing on the Metalworker. Alright, that's, I think, good for me. Going back to the Smokestack, I don't know if I would want to play it right away until I have more of a clock, because he'd just be able to sacrifice all his permanents, and if I'm not attacking him, then I'll eventually have to sacrifice the Smokestack, and then he'll just start playing a bunch of lands. Yeah, I do have a port. So I could just port him. Or I could... I think I just play Mishra's Helix and Rishadan Port, and then Helix him for one. Okay, let's make sure we have a stop on his upkeep. I'll tap down the Llanowar Wastes. Oh, I guess I want to tap the... I'll tap the Llanowar Wastes. I guess maybe I should be afraid of Seal Cleansing. But he didn't untap. He kept the plains tapped last turn. So that makes me want to tap his black mana, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Okay, he's got a Mox Diamond. I think I'm pretty incentivized to raise Vindicating a Helix. I mean, that's bad in the sense that the Helix is gone, but at least we still have Rishadan Port and Winter Orb in play, so with Thran Dynamo. So we'll let that resolve. I guess I will use this. I get to untap Thran Dynamo and Rishadan Port. I have a Metalworker. I mean, that's also a clock. I guess I could play Metalworker and City of Traitors. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Just try and keep him locked down. Not gonna at least chip in some damage. Okay. So we will... Oh, does he have Funeral Charm? Okay, so I discard Smokestack. Which is not really the end of the world, given that I have this Winter Orb, Rishadan Port in play. So... yeah, I will Smokestack. I think I'll wait for this Wasteland. I think it's better to keep the City of Traitors for some reason. Alright, so let's tap. So he can really only play, in theory, 1-mana spells. But I guess he has Mox Diamond, so there might be a spot where he can play a 2 or maybe even like a 3-mana spell. Masticore. So I'll build up some cards and then I'll play that. I don't want to rush it out too early. I guess it does give him more time to draw Swords to Plowshares. Another Masticore. Yeah, I think that's enough. Well, I guess if he had Mox Diamond and Gerard's Verdict, it's real awkward. I guess I'll wait one turn. Though he probably would have been playing Mox Diamond, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was too conservative, and like the 4 damage that I'm missing out is more likely to cause me to lose the game than the likelihood that he has Mox Diamond there. Mox Diamond and Gerard's Verdict, or Mox Diamond and Seal Cleansing or whatever. Ooh, Mindstone's cool because it's insurance against like the discard, so reveal that. And I will play this Mind Stone. Alright, and now I can tap his land, and now I have regeneration mana up for Seal Cleansing if it somehow came down. Oh, is this Source Plowshares? He's on a 3-turn clock, so I'm gonna discard my Wasteland. I'm gonna discard. Discards a Curse Scroll, okay. More Masticores. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack with these. Right. Things look pretty good. And I land. Okay. Does that change? Doesn't really change anything, I guess. Ooh, Black Vise. Yeah, so if I attack for 5, I can... I guess there's no way for me to, like, play Black Vise, tap his land, and have regeneration mana up. But I could just play this Black Vise. I guess I should, if I was planning on playing this Black Vise, I should just tap this first in case he has like Funeral Charm. So if he had Seal Cleansing, like if I'm tapping his land now, and he doesn't float mana, like doesn't float black mana, which is the actual cost because it costs him a life. I think, yeah, I'm going to tap this down. Play Black Vise. Okay, so now we got 3 more damage on him. Possible that I lose like this Masticore. Oh, I guess I still have the Mind Stone too. Oh. Okay, so we got that game. So let's move on. Let's take a look at the sideboard and then we'll move on to game 4. So, I mean, that game was just kind of like a textbook MUD deck. I mean, I guess, or MUD game. He didn't really have, I mean, he didn't have any lands, so that helps against the lock that I had, but I don't think I really want to change anything. So we'll run this back. All right, we're on the draw for game 4. This hand doesn't really have any lock pieces. It does have a decent amount of mana. It's not a fast hand, it's not a disruptive hand. Though I feel like mulliganing in this matchup is kind of punishing. Like he just has ways to cut me off for resources like Wastelands and Vindicates and whatnot. I think I'm actually gonna keep this. I just worry about like mulliganing into like a 1 land, soul land, get to 1 activation, and then I get wastelanded, and then I don't really get to do much else. This I'm likely to be able to like play a Mind Stone on turn 2. Like if he's just wastelanding a Mishra's Factory, that's not so bad. I'm gonna keep. All right. I can remove this stop for now. Starts with a Treetop Village. All right, a Metalworker. More Metalworkers. Okay. Let's hope he doesn't have Null Rod. That's what I don't want to see. He's got a Powder Keg of his own. I think I'm still gonna. Alright, we got lots of Mind Stones, lots of Metalworkers. I'm still gonna play this. I'll just have to be a little bit wary of putting too many permanents of the same cost. But especially if I just have mana up, I can always, if he's activating his Powder Keg, I can sacrifice my Mind Stone. He's got another Treetop Village. A Sphere of Resistance. I'm going to play a Metalworker. Note that he doesn't have black mana right now. This is apparently dying right away. Let's see if he uses this Powder Keg to deny me my Mind Stone mana. He's still without black mana. Just attacking the Treetop Village. I think that's pretty good for us. This is just giving us time to draw and set things up. Okay, another Mishra's Factory. So I don't want to play too many 2 casting cost cards. So I can just play another Metalworker. Or I could play a Mind Stone and a Metalworker. I guess I think I can play it slow and not have him just blow up two of my Mind Stones. So we'll play out this Metalworker. Plus, if I ever get to untap with this, I have all the mana in the world. He's fetching in a turn, he's getting a forest. I guess that means my guy's not getting plowed at end of turn, which is good. He could take this up to 3, which I still am fine with, given... Okay, he is. So he's probably going to use his Powder Keg right now. Okay. Well, I might go crazy with my Mind Stones now. Or maybe I'm just supposed to play another Metalworker. Oh, he didn't do anything, so does that mean he has Simian Grunts? Like, if he attacked with Treetop Village last turn and he's not doing it now? Is there any way I can punish Simian Grunts? Not really. Like, Sphere Resistance would make it cost 4, which he could pay, and he still could pay the Echo. And Rishadan Port doesn't really change the Echo portion, because it's mana in his upkeep. I mean, I guess having a bunch of Mishra's factories. So I'm going to... I could play the Metalworker and then port him port him, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I wanted to go during his upkeep. Well, I guess, I mean, I don't know what... I guess I could have denied him white mana, but... Alright. Combat. That's the end of turn, I'll tap down a Treetop. City of Traitors. Well, I wish I had a payoff. Get 8 mana. Could cycle a Mind Stone. Alright, let's try this. I have a Wasteland. The question with this Wasteland is whether I want to use it now or wait till he has like a black source. I think I'm gonna wait with this Wasteland. The one card he doesn't know about. So I will play 1 Mind Stone and 1 Sphere. I guess the rest I will wait. I guess I should cycle this Mind Stone at the end of turn. I guess the extra mana it has... I mean, it's good if I get, like, Winter Orb in play, Rishadan Port and Mind Stone, but I still have a Metalworker, and I have another Mind Stone in my hand, and I got a bunch of stuff going on, so... This is a Hunted Wumpus. I guess I should have ported him during his upkeep. Okay, well, I will... A little bit awkward for my part. Draw here. Okay. Don't have anything to put into play. Okay. He's got a 6/6. What do I do about that? My Mishra's Factory can be a 2/2. This one can make a 3/3, 4/4, 5/5. And I could block with Metalworker. Pretty risky, but might be something I have to do. Another Rishadan Port. So how do I get out of this Hunted Wumpus? If I have... He already has the 6/6 in play. Masticore is good. I don't know, I guess... Yeah, I feel like I kind of have to risk blocking with this Metalworker and a Mishra's Factory. It just seems like so many things can go wrong. Okay, he's got a River Boa. So if I board his Brushland right now, he doesn't have white mana. If he were to attack... Oh no, I can't use the Rishadan Port. Okay. Well, I have to imagine he's not attacking if... Okay, so I will tap this. Tap this. Oh, well, yeah, okay. And what do I want to draw here? A Wasteland. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass. I mean, I guess he wasn't willing to attack with the Hunted Wumpus last turn. Is the same thing gonna happen this turn? I don't know. It will set a stop during his upkeep if I do decide I want to port him. Okay, so he's got another Brushland, so still white mana, no black mana yet. I'm guessing that's all what's in his hand is just a bunch of black cards. Activating a Treetop Village. Okay. Activating the other one. So I can... I'm just gonna Wasteland one. I guess I tap one with a Rishadan Port. Leave my Wasteland up. If he's attacking with everything, then I still have my option to... Okay, so yeah. I mean, he's got to be attacking with Hunted Wumpus here then, right? This is... Yeah, so I will trade the Hunted Wumpus for either the Metalworker or a Mishra's Factory. So make this a creature. I think this is actually really good for me. I get the Hunted Wumpus off the board, which is the biggest problem. And especially because he's tapped out here. I said block. Okay. 4 damage. He's got to choose how he's going to order this. He's got to choose between the factory or the Metalworker. And both of them are like kind of good. Like, because I have 2 other factories, the one factory isn't that good. Okay, he's killing the Metalworker, okay. Make this guy, that'll be a 4/4, or a, yeah, it'll, wait, did I, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, okay. So I take 5, but he loses the Wumpus. More City of Traitors. Okay, I will play a Wasteland. I think maybe I can just play a City of Traitors here. I do want to play a Mind Stone. It's costing 3 mana. I just have so many lands in my hand that it's kind of like I can port. I could Wasteland. I want to save a Wasteland for his, like, if he has a Caves of Koilos or something. It doesn't get a bunch of activations out of it. I would like to port, leave a port up for Treetop Village. And then a mana up for Mishra's Factory for the Treetop Village and another one. So I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have 3 extra mana to do that. So I'm going to Wasteland a Treetop and then pass the turn. Upkeep, I will tap a Treetop. I guess, yeah, and then I can tap a Brushland as well. Because I still have mana to activate Mishra's Factory and then pump it. He has a Wasteland of his own. He's going to use it on probably Wasteland. Could be Mishra's Factory. Alright, well, I guess this is fine if I'm making him use his Wasteland on Mishra's Factory. That's actually not so bad. Block here. I guess he also could just regenerate, so. So he still has access to his Wasteland. Okay, he uses Wasteland on my Wasteland, so. We'll play. I want to play a 4 mana Tangle Wire. I think I do. I'll play City of Traitors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tangle Wire. Okay. This will buy me some time. So I guess I don't. Maybe I could have just played Mind Stone in that spot because I don't like really need. But I guess this makes things a little bit easier for me to control stuff. All right. I'll tap down this. I will tap down Plains. I would like to draw a Winter Orb. That would be nice. Alright, I will untap or tap. One, two, three. Okay. Got a Powder Keg. I'll play a city. And or I'll tap a city and a factory. Okay. So if I'd be willing to just take 2 damage to tap the rest of his, trap his other lands. I think I'm okay with that. I guess I can tap. Oh no, I don't want to draw a card. I want to tap a plains. And then I guess I can just block with the Mishra's Factory and pump itself. I want to draw Helix. There's a lot of cards I could draw. Masticore, Helix, Karn, Winter Orb. Ooh. Well, he doesn't know about the Powder Keg I have, so I'll play that for 3 mana and pretty much use it. We discarded a Wasteland. That's really good. And then he won't have access to his black mana, so this is nice. Yeah, this worked out, I think. 1, 2. Okay. Ooh, and a Winter Orb. How perfect. 1, 2, 3. Powder Keg. Let's use this. I will play a city, lose my other city, play a Winter Orb. I guess I don't want to. I was going to attack with Factory, but since I have Winter Orb, I guess. So wait, do I want to play Powder Keg? I don't think I do. Okay. So, alright, during his upkeep, I'll tap down a land. He needs to tap 2, so I'll just let him do that. That way I get an extra land to untap. I guess I should have tapped Mindstone instead of like a Factory or a Rishadan Port. Okay, so Metalworker. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I want to play that. Not yet, at least. Okay, so he'll untap a land. I'll have to tap 1. Do I want to tap the plane? I think I will let him attack for, well, I guess he wouldn't. I guess he wouldn't attack for 2 because I could just eat his guy. Okay. I'll untap a city. Another sphere, that's pretty good. 1, 2. I will play that. And then I just have to pretty much worry about River Boa. I guess he untaps. Well, I need to start tapping lands as well. I guess I will play this Metalworker. And I will tap his plains. I guess I should have done that first. I guess there's a sphere in play, so. Okay. Tap that. I want to play Ancient Tomb. I think I'm gonna wait. I might want to untap City of Traitors. So he'll get an attack in. I guess this does leave me vulnerable for him to go like land and then swords. So maybe that was not something maybe I should have played the Ancient Tomb and tapped him down just to be safe. Because once this Metalworker untaps, then I have 4 mana from that, at least. He's got a Wasteland. If my Metalworker isn't getting plowed, then I feel pretty good. I can untap the Rishadan Port and play a sphere, tap down his lands. I guess he's attacking for 2. I mean, I won't block now. I'll take 2 for a while, but I can always, like, should be able to find a spot where... Okay, so do I want to untap? I think I want to untap Rishadan Port. Okay. Oh, Mishra's Helix. Lovely. Okay, so play this. 3 cards. Play this for 3. And I can tap down 2 of his lands during his upkeep. Yep. And take 2 more, okay. I feel like we're pretty close to locking him out. I guess I need to find a way to deal with this River Boa, but I guess I'll be able to untap Mishra's Factory and it should be okay. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can only do 2. So I will tap the colored mana. Yeah. Oh, wait, I do have 3, sorry. That makes it easy. Okay. So hopefully he can't do anything right now. He's gonna regenerate. He might Wasteland me. If he does use Wasteland, then I could untap Mishra's Factory and then play Ancient Tomb. I think I will do that. Okay, he used it to destroy Mishra's Factory. Okay, so he'll get in for 2. He's going to discard. Looks good, looks good. Thran Dynamo, okay. Like that. 2, 3. I think I just play... I guess I don't even need to play the other Sphere Resistance. But I will play this Ancient Tomb, yeah, and then that's enough. I mean, at this point, he's not going to be able to play any more spells or get any more damage in, so... Able to take down Game 4, so let's move on to Game 5 to see if we can reverse sweep this match. Alright, so our sideboard plan was 1 Masticore in, 1 Black Vise out. We didn't see that many disenchant effects, so I don't know if a card like Crumbling Sanctuary is something that's more appealing, but I don't know. I don't know if you, because if you get something like a Hunted Wumpus, then it's like I just had to deal with that still, and the Crumbling Sanctuary doesn't really do anything, so I'm gonna leave those out. I mean, I guess you can make the same argument to bring in Ensnaring Bridge, but he's got something like Curse Scroll, or like his creatures are kind of small, and I think like Smokestack is like a better way to kind of do that if you have things kind of under control. Yeah, because I just don't know if I always have 0 cards in hand, so I'm gonna, maybe it's wrong to keep that Ensnaring Bridge out, but I'm gonna try this. We're on the draw for Game 5, so this is another one of those hands where it's not super fast. I do have 1 Mind Stone. I just worry about mulliganing so much. It's kind of like this hand is somewhat resilient, it's just slow. I'm gonna keep this again. So well, Remove my upkeep trigger. Alright, he starts at the Treetop Village. Okay. And we'll start with a Mishra's Factory. Let's see if he can get anything on the board real quick. I guess the best draw I would have is Ancient Tomb. Okay. That's somewhat expected, but I mean if we just end up exchanging turns, then I think that's fine for me. So try another land is good. I guess we were barely able to win that last game and he didn't have black mana at all, so this might be tricky, but we'll start off with this Mind Stone, trying a lot of Powder Kegs. I think I will start playing. I guess it depends what he does, because if he just passes here, and I like play Sphere Resistance, and then he goes Simian Grunts, pretty awkward. I guess also Sphere Resistance, and he has a Treetop Village in play. It's also not great, so I think I'm probably just gonna play a Powder Keg. Ooh, City of Traitors is nice. So here I could play Masticore, I could play Powder Keg. I could play Powder Keg Sphere. I'm guessing he has Simian Grunts, but it's kind of fine if he goes Simian Grunts attack me for 3 and then like that's how he uses his next turn. So I'm going to play Powder Keg and then Sphere of Resistance. That will protect me against an attack from Treetop Village. I still have 5 mana available that I can play Masticore next turn. I also have the option of playing another Sphere. Alright, so here comes the Simian Grunts. Okay. I could also tick up this Powder Keg 3 times. I think since I have the other ones in hand, I think that's what I'll do. I think I can take 9 damage from this, and I might not even take 9 if I'm playing Masticore right away. Alright. I will put a counter on this. I have a Masticore, okay, 1, 2. Alright. So this is a moment whether if this Masticore stays in play. I could not block if I fear something like his Funeral Charm. And this might be a Vindicate. Okay, so he's just attacking with the Simian Grunts. I think I just take it. I mean, like, I'm just gonna take it. Because if he would have had a way to remove it, I think he would have done it right away. And it's not worth risking it to Funeral Charm, I guess. He still has that in his deck. Black mana. Duress. Okay. That's not so bad. Okay, it takes Sphere Resistance. I think that's right. Though it's kind of scary for me to play it because I feel like I might kind of get locked out of it. I was playing something else. Oh, he has a Seal Cleansing right away. Interesting that he didn't use that. Does that mean he's more likely to have Funeral Charm? Okay. uses that. Well, at least I don't have to discard a card. I will tick this up. I think I just play this other Masticore. And I will, if he attacks again, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess I have to imagine that he has Funeral Charm. That he was willing to trade Simian Grunts and Funeral Charm for the Masticore. Because otherwise he would just have played the Seal Cleansing. And I think I have enough life total that an extra attack isn't that big of a deal. I'll be able to put the Powder Keg on 3. I mean, I guess I'll also hopefully have mana up to regenerate my Masticore as well. Yeah, he'll attack. I'll block. Or not block. I'll take it. A Hunted Wumpus. Maybe I want this Powder Keg up to 4, and then have extra regeneration mana up. Okay. So we definitely want to counter in here. I'm going to discard the Sphere Resistance. So I will probably play Powder Keg, discard Sphere. I drew a Mind Stone. So if I have, let's see here. So my plan is to block the Hunted Wumpus this turn. Tap down his Treetop Village if he attacks with it and take 3. And then I'll tick this up. So I'm going to be using 2 to regenerate and 2 to tap. So I think I use all but 1 mana, and since I have a Seer play, I can't play any other things. Is it worth taking an extra 3 damage to put a Mind Stone into play this turn? I think that's reasonable because I could just block the Treetop Village and take 6. I'm going to do that. Like, he doesn't know if I want to use the Powder Keg on 3 or 4. Because I could just block, I could either blow up the Simian Grunts and just block the Hunted Wumpus and regenerate, and then take 3. And then always be regenerating my Masticore. But I think I'm just going to block the Simian Grunts. And then if he has the... I could just take 9. It'll be interesting. I guess it depends on how he's going to attack. But I think I'm most likely just going to block the Hunted Wumpus and regenerate. And not use my Powder Keg. That's my plan, I think. But it will depend a little bit if if he attacks with Treetop Village or not. Okay, so we will pass and see what he's gonna do. I guess in theory I could have tapped out to play Powder Keg and then just blocked a Simian Grunts, taking Treetop, but I guess we still think he has Funeral Charm when we played around the last few turns. Okay, so he's I think I'm gonna block the Simian Grunts and take 6. Okay, I guess if this is an attack, then I will block and regenerate. Alright. 1 regeneration shield for the Masticore. Okay. I will then the Gerard's Verdict. Probably. Yep. I will discard 2 Powder Kegs. I have to sacrifice a Mind Stone during my upkeep. I guess I could also... Yeah, I gotta keep this around, because if I use a Powder Keg to blow up the Hunted Wumpus, then I'm just gonna die to the Simian Grunts. Okay, so... let's draw a card. I will tap this Factory. Okay. Another Masticore, okay. I have the option to sacrifice another Mind Stone. I don't know, because I need double regeneration, so okay. So I'll put a counter on here. Yes. Discard this Masticore. Winter Orb. Ooh. That's appealing. So if I played Winter Orb for 3, I would not be able to... well, then I guess I'm going to lose my Masticore. Well, I could sacrifice the Mind Stone, but then I lose my Mind Stone port. Yeah, I don't think I can keep this one, but I think I need to have 2 regenerations up for my Masticore to prevent him from like a Simian Grunts attack with Funeral Charm. So okay. Okay, he has a Duress. So I'm kind of obligated to sacrifice my Mind Stone during my upkeep. Okay. Can't really do anything about that. Alright, so he's gonna attack just with Hunted Wumpus. I will block, regenerate, and then uses Powder Keg. Okay, so I keep this Masticore around. But now the problem is, like, any discard spell is like real good against me. I'll sacrifice this now. Yeah, there's just a lot of cards you could draw, like discard spells, Swords to Plowshares. And I'm not really like pushing any advantage. Alright, well, we'll discard the City of Traitors. Not super sad about that one, I guess. Oh, he does have a Funeral Charm. I guess I did kind of talk about that for a while. Okay. I guess, yeah, that's fair. Alright, draw a Wasteland. Yep, alright. I'm going to start taking damage from his Simian Grunts again. Yeah, this does not look good. From this point, what do I need to draw? A lot more Mishra's Factories? Or just one more? That's not good. Alright, well, he's got another Hunted Wumpus. Technically not dead. I'll block a Hunted Wumpus, but things do not look good. Activate that. Tap this down. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing in my deck that does anything. A Black Vise. Perfect. I guess if that was an Ensnaring Bridge, then maybe that would have been a lot better. Alright, we are dead. So the Junky Monkey took us down in 5 games. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. It was quite a grind fest. So hopefully you're able to stay awake the whole time. But I had a lot of fun. The MUD deck is pretty difficult to play, and I'm sure there's a lot of things I could have done differently. So if you have any critiques, I'd like to hear them in the comments. But you can let me know what you want to see me play in the future. And I'd appreciate it if you follow, like, and comment if you can. But as I get finished off by these green creatures, all these apes, and a Hunted Wumpus, it's a good way to die. So Lester is the victor tonight. But I just want to thank everyone for watching, and until next time, take care.